created. The great story of the 20th century is the triumph of freedom and free people. A story told in the drama of new immigrants, the struggles for equal rights, the victories over totalitarianism, the stunning advances in economic well-being, in culture, in health, in space, in telecommunications, and in building a world in which more than half the people live under governments of their own choosing for the first time in all history. We must never forget the meaning of the 20th century, or the gifts of those who worked and marched, who fought and died for the triumph of freedom. So as we ring in this new year, in a new century, in a new millennium, we must, now and always, echo Dr. King in the words of the old American hymn, "Let Freedom Ring." If the story of the 20th century is the triumph of freedom, what will the story of the 21st century be? Let it be the triumph of freedom wisely used, to bring peace to a world in which we honor our differences and, even more, our common humanity. Such a triumph will require great efforts from us all. It will require us to stand against the forces of hatred and bigotry, terror and destruction. It will require us to continue to prosper, to alleviate poverty, to better balance the demands of work and family, and to serve each of us in our communities. It will require us to take better care of our environment. It will require us to make further breakthroughs in science and technology, to cure dread diseases, heal broken bodies, lengthen life, and unlock secrets from global warming to the black holes in the universe. And, perhaps most important, it will require us to share with our fellow Americans, and increasingly with our fellow citizens of the world, the economic benefits of globalization, the political benefits of democracy and human rights, the educational and health benefits of all things modern, from the internet to the genetic encyclopedia to the mysteries beyond our solar system. Now, we may not be able to eliminate all hateful intolerance, but we can develop a healthy intolerance of bigotry, oppression, and abject poverty. We may not be able to eliminate all the harsh consequences of globalization, but we can communicate more and travel more and trade more in a way that lifts the lives of ordinary working families everywhere and the quality of our global environment. We may not be able to eliminate all the failures of government and international institutions, but we can certainly strengthen democracy so all children are prepared for the 21st century world and protected from its harshest side effects. And we can do so much more to work together, to cooperate among ourselves, to seize the problems and the opportunities of this ever-small planet we all call home. In short, if we want the story of the 21st century to be the triumph of peace and harmony, we must embrace our common humanity and our shared destiny. Now, we're just moments from that new millennium. 2 centuries ago, as the framers were crafting our Constitution, Benjamin Franklin was often seen in Independence Hall, looking at a painting of the sun low on the horizon. When at long last the Constitution finally was signed, Mr. Franklin said, "I have often wondered whether that sun was rising or setting. Today I have the happiness to know it is a rising sun." Well, 2 centuries later, we know the sun will always rise on America as long as each new generation lights the fire of freedom. Our children are ready. So again, the torch is passed to a new century of young Americans.
All right, here we are, just 56 seconds away from that gorgeous Waterford crystal ball dropping in Times Square.
And Paula, remarks by the president expressing doubtless sentiment shared by millions of Americans, but perhaps his mood a bit out of phase, certainly with the one you see here in Times Square. We're down to almost 30 seconds as the countdown will begin and the ball will begin to drop.
And
Hi, everybody. I'm Bill Martin in the Fox 8 studios right now. We want to give you a look at not only what is happening in New York as the ball drops in very famous Times Square, but also what is happening here in Cleveland tonight as we count down the last 10 seconds or so to end the 1990s and this great decade, a millennium, as we head into a new millennium. 3, 2, 1, Happy New Year! This is a beautiful picture of what is going on. That's the mayor of New York, Rudy Giuliani, and on the right of your screen, downtown Cleveland, Public Square right now, where there's a huge fireworks display, a laser light show. The Isley Brothers have been performing, and it has been a smooth and memorable heading into the new millennium all the way across the world. It has been just uneventful, aside from just the gorgeous fireworks displays all across the globe. And that is something I think we can take as we head into the new year. Just an absolutely spectacular picture of Times Square in New York City. 2 million people jammed into Times Square, people having as much fun as they can in New York, as they always do on New Year's Eve in New York. And then again, Cleveland, and just a beautiful display of fireworks here in the Midwest. We'll let you watch as we quiet down for just a minute and enjoy the sights and sounds of 2000.
wow, getting buried in a sea of confetti here. Happy New Year! Wow, what a show. We know how to put on a show here, don't we, in New York City?
People should know that all this confetti, the tons of it, is literally shot from guns. You could, as the fireworks went, so did those guns and fired this stuff into the air. And we're 26 stories above the street. As you can see, it's everywhere here. It is everywhere.
Now, since people don't quite have smell-o-vision yet, they don't understand, in addition to these little pieces of paper that are being shot out of the cannons, that is, there are also some sense, what are they calling them? Sense strips, sensoriums.
They're distributing paper squares larger than these pieces of confetti that contain what is being called a world olfactory sculpture by somebody. And the artist is said to have consulted with officials of 230 nations to identify a scent from tree, flower, grass, or herb that is significant to each land. And then apparently they gathered the oils and created this scent. And if you want to find out more about this, and I can't imagine why you would, you can check out a website called www.worldsensorium.com.
You don't seem to be fully appreciative of the 10-year effort it took this artist to create this scent.
Look at this. Look at this.
It is magnificent.